Hello everyone, this is David, Fairly Secret Music. I'm going to do a video about new purchases today. So there was a record store in Minneapolis called the Electric Fetus, and every year they do a garage sale, or every 6 months, I'm not 100% sure. The last time I went there, I was pretty hard pressed to find anything that I really cared about, or that I was even slightly interested in. I think I got maybe 3 or 4 CDs, and these are like things that are like $1 or $2 or $3. Well, today I went, and by the time I got there, everything was marked down 50% off what they were already marked down. So a yellow tag meant that it was regularly a $2 thing. So I got this for $1. It's Dark Angels, The Evil Divide. And I thought, well, if it's $1, I could always probably sell it for a couple bucks and still make a buck. So I got that, and I was kind of hesitant on it. I listened to it a little bit. I had a CD player with me. But because I really wanted to watch this, which is the Death Angel Thrashumentary, which is a documentary on the history of the band, I thought, okay, if I watch this, I more than likely will become really interested in Death Angel. So for $1, I was willing to take the risk. And all these CDs with stickers on them that I purchased came to $19.31 today. So I believe it ended up being 23 CDs and a DVD for $19.23. So all of this stuff I haven't watched or listened to. I picked up this. Is a band called The Contortionist. I listened to a little bit of a sample, liked the guy's voice, so I thought, well, it's $1, I might as well give it a shot. Hyborian. This was also $1, and it said for fans of, let's see, High on Fire, Baroness, and Mastodon. So I thought, you know what? I do like Mastodon and High on Fire, so I figured, you know, it's $1. And I listened to some samples. I listened to probably something on YouTube, because this is still unopened. I've yet to even open it. For $1. A Lot Like Birds. The singer's voice, I know nothing about this band, but it was 75 cents. So I figured I'll give it a shot, and the singer's voice was decent, so I don't know if I'll like it overall, but oh well. Here's another 75-cent one. This has Nurgle from Behemoth. This is called Me and That Man, and this is kind of like Nick Cavey, kind of gothic outlaw country. So Chris, you might want to check this out. It's called Me and That Man, and this one is called Songs of Love and Death. So you never know, you might dig it. I'm gonna make this bigger and closer. So that was another 50-center, no, 75-center. Here's another 75-center. This has Bill Steer from Carcass. It's called Gentleman's Pistols, and this one's called Hustler's Row, I believe. Let me see. Yep, Hustler's Row. Another one for 75 cents. Still haven't opened any of these ones, these last 2 or 3. Cradle of Filth. I had pretty much given up on Cradle of Filth, and this one's called Hammer of the Witches. And I was listening to samples or videos on YouTube, and I was actually impressed there were some notes Danny was hitting where I was like, wow, if this was like an actual vocalist, he'd be singing super high right now. So I thought, it's $1. I might as well try it. 75 cents, Nightingale, Retribution. This is Dan Swano's project, and on the tag it said, for fans of Marillion, Rush, Threshold, and Opeth. I would say if they would have said for fans of Catatonia, Opeth, and I just don't see the Marillion or the Rush or the well, I don't know what Threshold sound like, so. But for 75 cents, I thought, screw it, might as well try it. Uniform Choice. I don't know if anybody remembers the band Mindfunk besides Metal Mickey and maybe Chris. This was the band Patrick DeBar was in, and he was the singer of Mindfunk, and this was kind of like a straight edge hardcore band. But you see how it has that black sticker on it? Yeah, I paid 12 cents for this, so I thought, well, I like his vocals in Mindfunk, so he probably didn't change all that much. I'm not 100% sure how much I paid for this. I think it was one of the dollar ones, but it was brand new. It has 2 discs and a huge booklet in there someplace. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. Bloop, bloop. Here, I'll show it to you. This is a band called And You Will Know Us by the Trail of the Dead. They do not live up to that name, but I have almost everything else by them. So I thought, sure, for $1, I will continue the discography. Another $1 CD. This is a band called The Joy Formidable Hitch. I have 2 albums and an EP by them. They have a female singer who also plays the guitar, and then they have a bass player and a drummer in the band. And they're kind of indie rock, and she's got a decent voice and comes up with really cool guitar stuff. They're just, not normally something I get excited about. That's why I never got this. Because after the initial, ooh, hey, this is a cool band, I kind of cooled out after that. I think they have another one before this that I don't have, but I thought, okay, it's $1. This damn thing I would have already had if they didn't make it the only Yes album that from the 70s and 80s that didn't get remastered. I would have gotten the remaster a long time ago. I believe there's a remaster of 90210 or whatever the hell that album is called. The one with oh God, Owner of a Lonely Heart. But I figured, again, yellow sticker, $1. Get it. This is one that I got for my wife more so than me. John Oates and what is this called? John Oates and the Good Road Band. It's kind of twangy, folky, kind of bluegrassy, and my wife really loves bluegrass type stuff. She makes me listen to it every Saturday or Sunday when they have this series on the radio here in Minneapolis called God, what was it called? Something Sunrise. I remember working with somebody who said they should change that to Black Metal Sunrise. So that one was $1. This one was 75 cents. I have like 2 or 3 other White Buffalo albums. And Chris, if you have not heard White Buffalo, you should check him out. I think you would really like him. I'm not sure about this album, but one of the last few. I think he has one before this and a newer one that just came out. But pretty darn good. Kind of that southern rock kind of feel going on. David Francie, he's a Canadian artist. It's funny because this label is that he's on is from Minnesota, St. Paul, and he is very folky. I liked his last one that I had by him. I'm sure he has tons and tons of other ones, but I thought red tag meant 50 cents. Martin Barre, or Martin Barre, I don't know how you pronounce that. This is the former guitarist for Jethro Tull, who was with the band for, oh my God, like 30, almost 40 years. This is one of his new solo albums that came out, I believe, in 2016. And they had 4 copies of this for 50 cents. And I thought, okay, it's popped up for the 4th time. I probably should get it. And the last 2, well, almost the last 2, that was 50 cents. Wait, no, that was 75 cents. Mike and the Mechanics, what is that called? Word of Mouth. And I just picked up the first Mike and Mechanics for like $1 about a month or 2 ago. And then Mike and the Mechanics Living Years was 50 cents. So all of this stuff I got for under $20, plus the, oh, this one is mine too. Jewel, that's right, Sweet and Wild. I thought we had this album, my wife and I, she likes Jewel, and I think she's got a great voice too. But I thought I had this album. I think it has an alternate cover that looks maybe like this. But this is the deluxe version that has the whole album and then the whole album as just acoustics. So that was 75 cents. I bought another copy. Actually, they gave this to me for free for it would have been 75 cents. So I saved 75 cents. My buddy Eric, who comes over and he cleans drains for a living. That's his business. And I've had some problems with my plumbing, and he's come over and done it. And he never charges me. And yes, so 75 cents is all I'm going to spend on him. No, I've purchased him lots of stuff, comic-wise and stuff like that. So, well, not lots of stuff, because I am somewhat, I'm not poor, but, you know, I don't even know where I'm getting with that. But anyway, I got that for him because he has burned about 100 CDs from me and loves White Buffalo more than anything. So I thought, okay, I'll just get him this extra copy that they had here. My friend Sam, he likes Municipal Waste or bands like that. And I asked him if he had this, and he said, no, should I? And I was like, well, it's $1, so yes, I'm getting it for you. The only reason I was actually in there was because my friend Rob passed on this Flyboys DVD and asked me to go check the garage sale space. I originally actually only went to get this, Marillion. It's Holidays in Eden Live. That's the second album that they did with their second singer, the current singer, the new singer, I guess, after 1990, I think, since, so what is that, 28, no, I don't know how many years, it's too late for me to be doing that math, 30 plus years probably of, or 25 plus years, I don't know. So I went to actually get this. This was brand new. It was $18.99 or $17.99 with 20% off. And then I went to the garage sale portion and spent a bunch of money. What I wasn't planning on getting, but decided, yes, I need to get this, is the Peter Murphy 5-disc box or book set, I should say. I didn't know what this was going to be like. I still haven't looked to see if the songs are remastered, but you get his first 5 albums that were on Beggar's Banquet, and not only do you get awesome color swatches, but you get a ton of liner notes throughout the whole thing, not throughout the whole thing, but at the beginning. And then each album has all the lyrics and bonus tracks on every album. I finally get all the lyrics to the album Cascade, which never had lyrics before. I'm going to have to make a video that basically shows all that, like an unboxing video or whatever, because there is no information on really what is in this. And the cool thing about this record store that I went to is the guy said, you know, I could just open it up, and if you don't like it or don't want it, we can just shrink wrap it. So as I'm looking at it, I start looking at the discs, and he's like, oh, that's new, you know, and I'm like, oh no, I know, but I have to check with all Digipacks to make sure that something didn't push on them and crack the CD and stuff. And as I'm getting to the 5th disc, I say, yeah, this is amazing, I have to buy it. So, Peter Murphy, first 5 albums.